Big news came down last week that the McBain Center, Niagara Falls YMCA, will remain closed following the pandemic. It will be permanently closed. Joining us now, the Interim CEO of YMCA of Niagara, Steve Boone. Welcome to the program, Steve.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for having me on.
A difficult decision to be made, certainly not a popular decision amongst the community, but it sounds like for quite a while that membership base was declining.
Yeah, I think while COVID kind of pushed it over the edge, I couldn't mirror Mayor Diodati's comments any better. Really the landscape in health and fitness certainly has changed since 2005 when we first opened up that facility. With the options available to people and the competition, we just felt that our model, which really requires substantial volume, a number of members, we just couldn't sustain it over a period of time. And so we had been experiencing some significant financial losses over a period. And so we worked with the city of Niagara Falls to try and come to some kind of a solution. We all kind of came to the unfortunate conclusion that this just wasn't going to work. And I might say that the city of Niagara Falls have been fantastic partners. And, we're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to work with them. But it was a somber week for sure, Mike.
COVID-19 has really taken a toll on YMCAs across the country, across the world, I would imagine.
Well, you know what? Not just YMCAs, but all kinds of organizations, local business, small restaurateurs, everything from charitable organizations, private business, but definitely YMCAs are taking a look, and it's really interesting, Mike, because we're coming to a point now where we may 25 years from now kind of look back in 2020 and saying, that was the time when the YMCA evolved into the YMCA of today, because we've been in Niagara Falls since 1889. And obviously we're a very, very different organization than what we were back then, and even to what we were in the 1950s. So we've gone through a numerous amount of evolutions over the time to try and remain current with community needs.
You've been a career YMCA guy, 40 years working for YMCAs. Where do you see that evolution in the next 20 years then?
Well, I think one of the things that we're exploring really is our health and fitness model and how we stay relevant to the communities. We've got a fantastic model from the standpoint that we do think we have a unique value proposition in how we choose to work with people. And, it really became evident last week as I was talking to a lot of community stakeholders and specifically a lot of political officials. And it seemed that everybody had their own why story. Everything from, when my dad came here in the 1950s, the first thing he did was join the YMCA and went bowling at the local YMCA in Niagara Falls. So everybody had their own why story. So, we got to take a look at how we can remain relevant in health and fitness. We're still very, very obviously ensconced in child and youth and family development programming and community outreach. So it's a matter of spending some time listening. As a matter of fact, we're embarking on a new strategic planning process when the new CEO gets hired. And we're going to spend a lot of time under community consultation, listening to people, getting their advice from internal stakeholders to external stakeholders and the community at large, just to try and really make sure that what we are offering is going to be relevant to the communities we serve.
We've seen two Ys in the Niagara area now close, Fort Erie's and Niagara Falls. Will the bigger one in St. Catharines be under review?
Well, the most important thing right now is as we start to take a look at staging all of our new YMCA programs, but specifically our health, fitness, and aquatic centers, we have to make sure we're doing it in a sustainable fashion. And I'll tell you, one of the issues that we had is that when we reopened our facilities again, it was with some pretty restrictive guidelines as to the number of people we could have at our facilities, and rightly so. So we're doing a number of scenario planning right now to try and see how we can actually reopen them up again. And first and foremost, Mike, the most important thing is as we open up our new centers, and we fully anticipate we'll open them up, is that we got to make sure we're concerned about the health and safety of the people coming into our facilities. We have to be beyond reproach and make sure they feel comfortable coming in, and we can keep them safe while they're doing that. So we're doing that planning right now, and we hope to have them open up whenever we're allowed to be able to do that.
When do you think we'll have the new CEO in place?
We're going through the CEO selection process. As a matter of fact, there is a posting going out tomorrow for our CEO search. as I told you, Suzanne Johnson is actually spearheading that, our strategic advisor with the YMCA here in Niagara. And so we are hoping that maybe late spring, we can maybe have somebody in, but regardless of the timing, we're going to ensure we do a fulsome enough process that we get the right leader for Niagara, for the Niagara region at the right time.
Steve Boone, thank you so much for joining us today, and good luck as this new CEO comes in and looks at the future of the YMCAs in Niagara.
Thanks for having me on, Mike. I appreciate it very much.